They lived high in the cliffs, where the sky touched their homes carved deep into the heart of the desert. They were called the Anasazi, a people of stone and silence. For centuries, they built cities in the clouds and homes in walls of rock, farming where the land seemed dry and lifeless. They understood the stars, the seasons, the sun, and the moon, living in a profound harmony with the earth. Their cities were unlike anything the world had ever seen. Walls stretched high above the canyons, homes stacked like beehives, all carved with hands that shaped stone like clay. They built massive roads that stretched for miles, connecting villages across the desert, each one aligned perfectly with the sun at sunrise and sunset. They watched the heavens carefully, as if listening to something greater, something beyond the stars. The Anasazi were not just a small tribe. They were a civilization. They thrived where others would have perished, growing corn, beans, and squash in the harshest of lands. They traded with distant peoples, painted their walls with symbols and figures, and sang songs that echoed through the canyons, telling stories of creation and sky beings who came from the heavens to teach them the secrets of the world. Then, one day, everything changed. The sky stopped giving rain. The rivers dried up, and the land cracked under a burning sun. Food vanished, water vanished, and hope began to fade. But there was something else, something darker that no one could explain. Archaeologists have found burned villages, skulls broken by force, and bones marked by violence. They found signs of war and fear. The great kivas, where people once gathered to worship, were left empty, as if everyone had fled in a sudden panic. So what happened to them? The truth is, no one truly knows. Some say it was a catastrophic drought that destroyed them. Others believe famine forced them to leave. But the real story might be deeper, carved into the stone walls of their ruins. Spiral symbols, circles that never end, are etched again and again in the same pattern. Some believe they represent portals, gates to another world. Legends from neighboring tribes offer more chilling possibilities. Some say the Anasazi were taken by the sky spirits, that bright lights came down from above, and the people followed them willingly into the heavens. Others tell of a terrible curse that fell upon the land, a punishment for breaking sacred laws of the earth. And then there are the stories of the skinwalkers' dark entities that moved through the night, stealing the faces and voices of those who dared to call their names. Maybe it was an unspeakable fear that drove the Anasazi away. Maybe something followed them, and they had no choice but to vanish into the vast, silent canyons. Even today, when explorers walk through the ruins, many report a palpable presence, like unseen eyes watching from the shadows, a cold wind that moves when there is no breeze. The air feels alive and heavy, as if the stones themselves remember what happened. Some say the Anasazi didn't die. They changed. They went underground, into deep tunnels that are said to exist beneath Chaco Canyon, where strange vibrations still echo as if drums are beating from the earth's heart. Others believe they moved through a portal, a doorway to another dimension. This could explain why so few graves were ever found, no mass remains, only empty homes and a profound, lingering silence. The spiral symbol appears again and again in their ancient rock carvings, a shape found in other mysterious sites around the world, in Egypt, in Peru, in Australia. What if they all point to the same truth? What if the Anasazi discovered something hidden, something forbidden? Maybe they were the keepers of an ancient secret, knowledge passed down from the stars. And when their time on this earth was done, they simply returned to where they came from. Their homes still stand, carved defiantly into the cliffs. Their stairways lead nowhere, and their walls whisper in the wind. As the sun sets behind the red rocks and the shadows grow long, it almost feels like the Anasazi never truly left. Maybe they're still there, waiting just behind the veil, watching as we search for the answers they already knew. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the unknown. What do you think happened to the Anasazi? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring history's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more.